A look at the results of today's primary elections across the Sunshine State.
You're watching
Plus, something brewing in the tropics could put a damper on your holiday weekend. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 11.
Good evening. Tonight we have the results of Florida's primary elections. We'll have team coverage from polling locations across the area. Our reporters covering hotly contested races for school board and county commissions in both Manatee and Sarasota counties. But first, some tropical trouble could be headed our way for Labor Day weekend. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for the latest on this potential downpour. Bob?
Yes, right now what we're watching is the European forecast model. Normally I wouldn't even start with this if it weren't for the European model, which has been the most reliable model over the past decade or so. And it is indicating, this is Sunday at 11 o'clock, a tropical low developing just to the southeast of Florida, and then tracking off toward the west. Now, this is, again, Monday at 5 p.m. You can see it has a closed low. So at this point, if it were to verify, and it's a long way off yet, it would be significant for us in terms of heavy rainfall. Here again, the European is showing this tropical system next week as it makes its way through the Gulf of Mexico and possibly becomes a hurricane heading toward Louisiana. This European forecast model is about the only one that is showing this system making landfall as a major system there. The GFS is keeping it as a tropical wave as we move through Labor Day and then again on into Tuesday. A little slower too, but still a lot of heavy rainfall headed our way. And then it too starts to develop a closed low heading off toward the northern Gulf Coast. Now, as far as the winds go, it doesn't appear that we'd have a significant system here, but what it would do in this case, if it were to move this way, it would blow a lot of that red tide offshore because this would be all east to southeasterly wind. On the low end scale, possibly tropical storm force winds, but more than likely 20 to 35 mile an hour winds. If this does play out, we'll have more on this system and what it means for us and the timing of it coming up in just a few minutes. Jacqueline.
All right, Bob, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Now to results of Florida's primary elections. We have been tabulating results of statewide and local races with some pretty big surprises and upsets. One of those close calls tonight, the Democratic nominee for Florida's next governor, Andrew Gillum, narrowly beating Gwen Graham by about 3,000 votes. Gillum is the current mayor of Tallahassee. Here's what he had to say earlier today about potentially serving as governor.
Watching my mother and father at different times have to struggle between paying the bills, to now be in this race, and to have my family, right alongside me, it's an overwhelming feeling.
Well, it looks like Andrew Gillum will face Ron DeSantis come November. DeSantis beat a slew of opponents for the Republican nomination, including Agriculture Commissioner Adam Putnam. In the U.S. Senate GOP race, current Governor Rick Scott beat Rocky De La Fuente. He will now face Senator Bill Nelson come the November election. Well, back here on the Suncoast, April Freeman of Lee County beat Bill Pollard for the Democratic nomination for the District 17 congressional seat being vacated by U.S. Representative Tom Rooney. Freeman will now face Greg Stubbe of Sarasota. He won the Republican nomination, beating out Julio Gonzalez and Bill Akins. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick joins us now with what the victor, Senator Stubbe, has to say tonight.
Jacqueline, I'm at Senator Stubbe's house right now where he is celebrating the victory. He joins me now. Senator Stubbe, how are you feeling now that this is over?
Well, we feel good. There's still some counties that haven't reported, but the overall numbers, I think we're in good shape. And now we're looking forward to November. There is a Democrat that won their primary, and so we're focused on November. And I want to go to Washington and make sure that in November, Nancy Pelosi isn't Speaker of the House. So I'm going to try to help as many of my Republican colleagues as we can to be successful.
Historically, how hard or easy is it for a Republican to win this seat?
So this seat in 2016 voted for Trump by 27 points. It voted for Congressman Rooney by about the same numbers. So it's a pretty heavily Republican district. So it would be very hard for a Democrat to win, but we're obviously not going to take anything lightly and keep working hard into November.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
And for you guys at home, you will be able to see State Senator Greg Stubbe on Good Morning Suncoast tomorrow at 6:30 a.m., so make sure you tune in.
All right, thank you, Jess. Siesta Key attorney David Shapiro will take on U.S. Representative Vern Buchanan this November. Shapiro defeated Sarasota attorney Jan Schneider in the Democratic primary for Congressional District 16. ABC7's Erica Jackson caught up with David Shapiro at this evening's Democratic Watch Party. He says he's ready to take on incumbent Vern Buchanan. Erica Jackson joins us.
Jacqueline, good evening. I'm here with David Shapiro, the Democratic nominee for the 16th Congressional District, and we had a watch party here at the Southgate Community Center in Sarasota. And tell me, what was the vibe like throughout the evening?
Oh, it was fantastic. People are energized, they're excited, hopeful. This is really, really good. I can't wait to put these people to work on my behalf and our cause to get a Democrat elected, namely me, into the Florida 16th District. We're excited.
And so what steps do you have to take now to make sure that you get that seat to bump out Vern Buchanan?
Well, we got to talk to as many voters as we can. If we can do it in person, that would be great. If we have to reach them through television, other media, whatever it takes, they have to know who I am, who Vern is, so they can make an informed decision and vote. I think we got this.
Yeah, and you were saying it's only 86 days now until
68.
the November. 68, even less.
Even less.
What are you looking to do in those 68 days to make sure voters know what you represent and that you'll represent them properly?
Well, hopefully folks like you will get us on TV. We can have an opportunity to debate. We also want to meet with every single voter we can. We're going to probably do as many meetings as possible. Or go to any place that I'm invited to. We also probably do some mail pieces and just get out there and try to get our positions out. You know, canvass the neighborhood. We have a great field director. So we have a strategy. We're just going to hopefully meet every single voter in one form or another. And that's fantastic. We're looking forward to it.
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate you meeting with us. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Erica, thank you. Taking a look at races in Sarasota County for School Board District 1, Bridget Ziegler beat out Nick Guy. Ziegler is the current chair of the Sarasota County School Board after being appointed by Governor Rick Scott to fill a vacancy. Ziegler won that nomination by a little more than 1,000 votes. And the Sarasota County School Board District 4 race, incumbent Shirley Brown beat out Karen Rose. Rose was some stiff competition for Brown this year, as she had 28 years of experience working with the Sarasota County School District. And for Sarasota County School Board District 5 seat, the incumbent Jane Goodwin beat out 3 opponents: Pamela Gavette, Richard Linden, and Justin Willis. ABC7's Taylor Torregano has been with those candidates hoping to serve on the Sarasota County School Board all night. She has more on those results.
Jacqueline, months of campaigning and a whole lot of effort just to remain in the same exact position come election night. But even though the school board will remain exactly the same, tonight the winners, Bridget Ziegler, Shirley Brown, and Jane Goodwin, said they're feeling grateful because nothing was promised.
People are passionate about the education of their children, rightfully so. We just need to keep focused as a board on the things that we're there to do, keep the personal divisions out, and get back to work. So I look forward to continuing to serve Sarasota County.
Reinforces that the community still supports me in what I want to do, and that we support public schools. And that's something that Jane Goodwin and I will continue to advocate with the Florida School Boards Association on the state level and in our community.
I am very interested in all things about students, and I feel that this was confirmation that my philosophy of public education rings true for the members of Sarasota County.
As for those candidates who lost tonight, they still have high hopes for the board moving forward. And when asked if they'd be running again, well, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm reporting from the Landings. Taylor Torregano, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Taylor, thank you. And Manatee County incumbent Charlie Kennedy beat out Alice Kadatz for the Manatee County School Board 2 seat. Kennedy has been on the board since 2014 and served as the board chair in 2016-2017. For the Manatee County School Board 5 district seat, James Golden beat out incumbent John Colon. Golden was a longtime pastor at a Bradenton church. He wins after unsuccessful bids for office for the U.S. Congress, Florida legislature, and other positions in the past. ABC7's Rick Adams has been following the Manatee School Board races all day and night. He has more on the District 4 race, which won't be decided until November.
Well, of the 3 school board races here in Manatee County, there's one that's going to a runoff in November. The District 4 school board race will be decided in the general election. Joe Stokes grabbed about 36% of the vote, while incumbent Scott Hopes came in second with 28%. Richard Murphy got 19%, and Jim Daniel received 17% of the vote. The top 2 vote getters move on, meaning Joe Stokes and Scott Hopes will meet again in November. Although he didn't get the majority of the vote, Hopes is still very optimistic.
I feel very, very, very positive about it. Coming at it with 3 individuals running against me. They weren't running against each other. They put up 3 people to run against me, and I, came out in the runoff.
And again, Stokes and Hopes will face off in the general election. That takes place on Tuesday, November 6th. Reporting from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Taking a look at commission seats in Manatee County for the Democratic nominee in District 2, Reggie Bellamy beat out incumbent Charles Smith. Bellamy is the executive director of the Palmetto Youth Center. In District 6 for the Manatee County Commission, incumbent Carol Whitmore beat out James Satcher for the Republican nominee. Whitmore being re-elected to a 4th term for the at-large commissioner seat. For the District 4 commission seat in Manatee County, the Republican nominee will be Misty Servia, who beat out opponents Mark Black and Lori Gal. All 3 were looking to take Commissioner Robin DiSabatino's seat, who did not run for re-election this year. Taking a look now at the Sarasota County Commission District 4 seat, the Democratic nominee will be Wesley Beggs, beating out Mike Cosentino. Beggs is 25 years old and recently graduated from New College of Florida with a degree in political science. As for the Republican nominee in the Sarasota County Commission District 4 race, Alan Mayo beat Lourdes Ramirez. Mayo has held numerous positions on boards in the county since the 80s and has served on the Sarasota County Commission since 2014. The Republican nominee for the District 2 Commission seat in Sarasota County will be Christian Ziegler, who beat out Alexandra Coe. Ziegler worked in Congressman Vern Buchanan's office in Washington before seeking office himself. Now, we have a full summary of tonight's election results at mysuncoast.com. Just go to our homepage and click the link to the election results. Well, stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast, plus how a local Uber driver is recovering after being attacked by a passenger.
I've lost everything. They said that my roof just spun right up in the air.
And people in Venice are literally picking up the pieces of their homes because of yesterday's storms. And before we go to break, we have a few more results from today's primaries for you.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
When I was growing up, my mom told us, always treat others the way you want to be treated. She did business with companies that shared her values, like Mutual of Omaha. She had a guaranteed whole life insurance policy through United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, a Mutual of Omaha company. When my mother passed away, her United of Omaha policy helped cover her funeral expenses and bills, and they had money on its way to us within 24 hours.
United of Omaha is here to take care of you. When you call the number on your screen, we'll help find the right policy for you. If you're between 45 and 85, you can get coverage up to $25,000 with no medical exam. Call us right now at the number on your screen.
Now I know I'll be taking care of my family, even after I'm gone.
United of Omaha Guaranteed Whole Life Insurance. Call or go online now. Be there for their future.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Strong storms left several areas in South Sarasota County without power last night. Strong winds also caused damage to some mobile homes. Now tonight, those communities are left in cleanup mode. The strong winds last night caused roofs to be torn off, panels scattered all throughout the neighborhood, and they lost power for over 5 hours. Many say they saw what looked like a tornado touchdown as the storm came rolling through Sarasota County.
I've lost everything. They said that my roof just spun right up in the air, just twisted it right up in the air. Part of it's on the street behind me. My shed is over on another house. Without my neighbors, I don't know what I would do. They've just pitched in and they've helped, and they're here working and getting everything done for me.
The community has now started a GoFundMe page to help Shirley get back on her feet. You can find that link to donate on our website. Certainly a sad situation there, Bob, and those storms, I mean, they can be serious.
They can be. Today's winds 50 miles an hour at the Sarasota-Braden Airport, also in Palmetto and off of Anna Maria, over 50-mile-an-hour winds, and that can cause those carports to be ripped off in some cases, and roofs as well. We have had no reports of any severe weather today in terms of damage goes, but tomorrow more storms are in the forecast. Afternoon and evening, get used to it too. These storms will be rather intense at times, bringing heavy rain, frequent lightning, and strong gusty winds. No threat of that right now, though. Things are pretty calm out there. Casey Key webcam showing pretty calm conditions for a while, and then all of a sudden some heavy storms just for a short period of time. We had a stronger east wind today, and that pushed the storms along fairly quickly. We did have some rainfall reports, so up to about 2 inches in some areas, and a nice rainbow, though. Norm sending this one in. Norm Schimmel getting this out of Sarasota Bay. A double rainbow. What does it mean? We have had a lot of rain around as of late, and that is slowly coming to an end now. As we see the latest radar sweep not showing any rainfall around. A shower is still lingering off of St. Pete, but rainfall totals were pretty impressive in some areas as that rain came pretty heavy at times. Now, the atmosphere is still pretty juiced up, the dry air well to the east of our area, so it's not going to inhibit the storm development tomorrow afternoon, and we will see that east to southeasterly wind component throughout the day. We'll start off with sunshine, a few clouds, a few storms developing along that sea breeze front, and when the east wind comes over, that's when the storms will really fire up. Most of the action should be over by around 7, 8 o'clock. There'll be some lingering light showers like we saw tonight. And then we started all over again on Friday. And as we showed you at the top of the news, it could get a little bit more intense over the holiday weekend, especially on Monday and Tuesday from us. I'll show you this again. This is the forecast European model suggesting a closed low on Sunday. This is Sunday at 11 o'clock, and you'll notice the path and track it takes over South Florida, and it's a long way off, so it could do a lot of different things here, even if it develops. It's not even a certainty to that. The GFS is not picking up on that development quite yet. European model, though, is a very reliable model, especially during this time of year. And with water temperatures in the 90s here, there's a chance it could develop into a stronger storm as it pulls away from our area on Wednesday. And then eventually on Thursday and Friday of next week, the European anyway, has it moving into Louisiana, Mississippi, and parts of Alabama. So it remains to be seen. As I said, not all the models are agreeing with this scenario at this point. But if it does, it starts showing up on the GFS and say the Canadian models, we may start to see something. We're going to see something here, I do believe. It's coming off the coast of Africa now, and this system has the potential of developing, but if it were to develop, indications are that it would stay out in the Atlantic and move into the North Atlantic. Still a long way off for that as well. But for us, that tropical system, worst case scenario, we would see low-end tropical storm force winds here. Just what the doctor ordered for the red tide, possibly mixing the water up and the waves getting a little higher, dispersing that red tide. Heavy rain could be possible if, again, this becomes the worst case scenario. We're not going to be dealing with a major storm at this point, and it moves away late Wednesday, so it won't stick around long either, it appears, as it heads off to the west-northwest. The next name up is Florence on the scale. We've already had 3 tropical storms and 2 hurricanes in the Atlantic Basin at this time. Current conditions, we have fair skies. It's comfortable out there at 75 degrees. Winds are out of the east at 6, and the barometer pretty high, 30-15. The high today was above average at 92, our average high at 90, not close to the record. Tomorrow we'll start off with the sunshine, and then clouds increasing by the 3 o'clock hour with a good chance for showers and storms in the afternoon. It will still warm to near 90 with the heat index up near 100 degrees by the afternoon. Major storm moving through Wisconsin tonight, heading into Chicago. That's where the storm track is now, well to our north, so it's not going to be a factor for us. High pressure will continue to drive those storms our way late in the afternoon and evening. Southeast winds for boaters tomorrow, seas running 2 feet or less with a light chop out there, and the forecast for the next 7 days. Look at that. Showers and thunderstorms each and every afternoon. Typical summer pattern as we end the last week of summer. And we'll be watching the tropics. Sunday we'll know, obviously, if we're going to have an impact from a system at all. And then Monday and Tuesday, we may have to bump those rain chances up a bit. So we'll watch it very closely for you. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you. A follow-up now on a Bradenton animal cruelty case from last year. Jeffrey Hall will be spending up to a year in jail for his aggravated animal cruelty conviction. The crimes carry a maximum possible sentence of 1 year in jail and up to 5 years of probation. A jury found him guilty of beating his dog Toby to death. Well, it's been 1 year and still no arrest in the unsolved murder of Travis Combs. Sarasota police once again sharing the picture of the 31-year-old in hopes of getting some new leads. On August 28th of last year, Combs was murdered on 22nd Street in Sarasota. Police say several people saw Combs in the area before he was killed. If you have any information on this case, call Sarasota Police. New details tonight of an assault against a local Uber driver. Anderson Carter is being held at the Manatee County Jail without bond on multiple charges, including carjacking, robbery, and battery after he attacked and threatened an Uber driver last night. The driver, Jose Aguirre, says he picked up Carter with a girl. Soon after, that girl demanded to get out of the car, so Aguirre let her out. That's when Carter started threatening the driver.
I had to say, you know what, this is going to be the one. I jump off or he's probably going to do something bad to me. So I slammed my brakes, got off right in front of the officer, and the car was still moving. And I told the officer, and I was like, hey, this guy's threatening to kill me.
Once the Uber driver jumped out, Carter stole the car and drove off, eventually crashing into a pond. A sheriff's deputy who witnessed the whole thing chased after him and later arrested him. The Uber driver says although he's only been driving for a month, this experience has made him no longer want to drive. Well, stay with us when we come back. We'll show you some new flights that are heading out of SRQ.
Tonight on Kimmel.
Great, here it comes.
It's Jason Bateman.
I love it. I highly recommend it.
Plus Bachelorette Becca and fiance Garrett.
We're still doing this.
And Meghan Trainor rocks the outdoor stage. Emmy-nominated Jimmy Kimmel Live, tonight on ABC.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value and great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you. All Faiths Food Bank is getting a major donation in support of their mobile pantry program. The food bank received grants totaling more than $191,000. That money will help provide more than 66,000 people throughout Sarasota and DeSoto counties with fresh produce, meats, and groceries. The donations came from Publix supermarket charities, Bank of America Charitable Foundation, King Logie Foundation, Ameriprise, and Walmart Community Grants. Now, ABC7 is partnering with All Faiths Food Bank and the Food Bank of Manatee County to help families in need here on the Suncoast. If you want to learn more about our initiative, head over to our website, mysuncoast.com. Well, you soon will be able to catch a non-stop flight to the city of brotherly love. Starting on December 10th, Frontier Airlines will be offering seasonal flights from the Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport to the Philadelphia International Airport. Those will be offered twice a week on Mondays and Fridays. This new service is one of 6 new routes that the low-fare carrier is adding to its network. Tampa International Airport is adding 4 new concessions starting today, including an on-site brewery, a burger joint, massage spa, and a news convenience store. Tampa International Airport is nearly finished with its concessions redevelopment and will have all new 69 concepts open and fully operational by the end of the year. About half of the food and beverage options are also local. We'll have tonight's winning lotto number straight ahead. Stay with us.
My California closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
The day you lose your strength is the day you lose your independence. Muscle is lost with age, affecting your energy, balance, and mobility. Before you know it, you're depending on others just to get through the day. But you can reverse and prevent muscle loss. Introducing MyoHealth, a revolutionary proven approach to increased muscle strength and function in as little as 30 days. Live life on your terms with more energy and confidence.
After a serious health issue put me down, MyoHealth's getting me back up again.
I'm doing activities that I haven't done for a long time. It really works.
MyoHealth is a safe, natural dietary supplement, the result of decades of research and 24 human clinical studies. You can live stronger at any age with greater strength, mobility, balance, and energy. Call or go online now and take the MyoHealth 30-Day Strength Challenge.
Winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
The winning candidates will be right here in studio tomorrow morning for Good Morning Suncoast. You can tune in at 5 o'clock in the morning for some of the first interviews with tonight's winning candidates, such as Greg Stubbe and David Shapiro. A lot going on across the Suncoast.
Yeah, they'll be right here in studio. The winners, obviously, a lot of folks happy about that, while some maybe not so happy. It was a tough night. A tough night weather-wise, too. Yeah. Earlier today, big storms, more storms expected tomorrow afternoon, and some of those, too, could be strong. And, of course, we'll be keeping the eyes on the tropics on Sunday. Like I said, the worst-case scenario for us could be the best-case scenario. Yeah. In reality, we know we've been kind of wanting the tropical systems. Now, there is some truth that that maybe the dispersion of the heavy waves of the red tide could cause that to diminish somewhat along the Sun Coast. Yes.
All right, thank you, Bob. And thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you right back here tomorrow evening. Have a great one.